On today's episode of the Views from Section 400 podcast, we got football. March Madness is around the corner, but we wanted to dedicate this show to all of the happenings in football. DJ Moore got traded. David Montgomery got traded. Bunch of franchise tag stuff. A lot of fun. It's me and Jack today. We'll see you guys soon.
And just like that, we're back.
A16, turn me up.
Welcome to episode 249, almost at 250, of the Views from Section 400 podcast. Today is March 6th, 2026. And Jack, I think Brandon Bean's been listening to the show because the Bills finally got a wide receiver.
They finally got a wide receiver, and it's finally a good one. I mean, this obviously is coming off of Josh Allen having to be Superman and Dalvin Cook, James Cook getting the rushing title and, doing things very, very well for the Bills. But, you got to have a throwing offense in today's game, and DJ Moore finally gives them that opportunity. They didn't have wide receivers that stepped up last year.
Yeah, and I was surprised, not really surprised, just kind of like reaffirmed, because DJ Moore hasn't been the best in terms of production the last couple of years. He's only had 1,000-yard season in his last four, after 3 in his first four, yeah. But, I mean, this has to be the best quarterback he's played with, and it feels like a perfect fit for both of them, because, like, DJ Moore it seems like he's been in hell his whole career, just asking for the ball. Yes. And now he finally goes somewhere where he's the only guy that's going to get the ball.
No, I think this is a phenomenal move for all parties involved, really. I think there was a plethora of weapons out there in Chicago where, it seemed like it was going to be Romeo, what's his name?
Rome Odunze.
Romeo Odunze. You could just make that one word. But there was, it seemed like early on last year when everyone was healthy, it was either Rome or it was DJ Moore. Not everyone could eat, and you spend the picks on Luther Burden and Colson Loveland, and it's like, all right, you guys got a lot of guys to work with here. It feels like a move that Chicago can afford to make, letting DJ Moore move on, and at the same time, the Bills get a wide receiver they've been dying for. DJ Moore is going to be that number one prime guy with a good quarterback finally throwing to him, because you're right. I mean, he had some great years to start his career in Carolina, but the Andy Daltons and the whoever even else, like Baker and Sam Darnold, they weren't great there, but he never really had the help there. This is going to be the best quarterback he's ever gotten to play with.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I think DJ Moore was a Maryland guy. This is the second time Josh Allen's had a premier wide receiver, and it's like the two that have come out of Maryland the past 20 years.
That's actually a pretty crazy coincidence now that you say that.
And they both Diggs had Case Keenum the one year he struck lightning in a bottle, but it feels like they're just running this back. And it kind of worked. Before, I know they had the big bad Patrick Mahomes, they could never get over the hump, but now you have Mahomes who just missed the playoffs, might miss a good part of next season. And you saw it last year with the AFC. I mean, the Patriots, and we have certainly heard from their amount of fans as much as we've made fun of the Patriots run on this show. But the AFC seems more open than it has in the past. And if they can just reclaim what they did with Diggs there, who knows? Maybe Josh Allen can finally get to a Super Bowl.
It's going to run through Duval.
Yeah, I guess they're on the come up now. Yeah, every dynasty that falls, there's a new one that rises.
But, it raised a really interesting point. You brought up Mr. Bean. The Bills, after acquiring DJ Moore, now have the second most expensive wide receiver room in the league, and there's bound to be moves that they make. And I'll tell you why. Think about their team. Think about all the production from last year. Can you name me who the second highest paid receiver on this Bills team is now after DJ Moore, now that he's here?
Well, there's Khalil Shakir. Keon Coleman, I guess, is still there, but he's on a rookie deal. Who else did they bring in? I mean, they have Curtis Samuel. I can't imagine he's getting paid much.
Curtis Samuel and Josh Palmer.
Oh, they did bring in Josh Palmer. It's got to be Shakir, right?
It's Josh Palmer.
Really?
Then it's Curtis Samuel. Then it's Khalil Shakir. And then it's Keon Coleman, obviously on the rookie deal.
What is Shakir making?
Do you want to hear what this comes out to? DJ Moore, $24.5 million to the cap. Josh Palmer, $11.75 to the cap.
Okay.
Curtis Samuel, 9.5. Shakir, under 7. And Keon, under 3.
Wow.
Isn't that insane? You look at the production from last year and you're like, oh, it's got to be Khalil Shakir. I mean, the dude may have had 100 receptions. Seemed like he was getting 10 catch games, left and right, just being the dink and dunk underneath guy for Josh Allen. He didn't make, a little more than half of what Josh Palmer made. And I don't even think Josh Palmer, I don't remember seeing him on the field much at all. Same thing with Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, they were both hurt for a stretch. Josh Palmer had I don't think he got to 1,000. He might have had 800 that year when he was with
the Chargers.
The Chargers. He had a couple of big weeks in fantasy. He was a popular waiver wire guy, but like 11 mil is not that much with how much receivers make. I'm just surprised Khalil Shakir hasn't gotten paid.
Right.
That's insane.
He's doing that Wandale dirty work.
It's a shame Matt's not here because that's Matt's guy. He loves Khalil Shakir, and he's got to stand up. Maybe he's got to hire Matt as his agent.
Justice for Khalil.
I think he had 10 catches against your Jags in that playoff game. Something like that, like 10 catches on 10 targets.
Yeah.
Sorry to open that wound.
I didn't want to think about that game, but here we are.
Yeah, the Bills now the third highest Super Bowl odds behind the Seahawks, who I was surprised they're that high up to run it back, and then the Rams. So they're the top dog in the AFC according to the odds makers. I guess it makes sense.
It does make sense. I mean, you got Josh Allen. You just made a splash move like this. The Jets ain't worth a dang. Miami's, we have no idea what's happening there. So, outside of the Patriots, you would think four easy wins right there. Can't really say the same about the rest of the AFC picture, I don't think. That the AFC West is a very competitive division. AFC North, all of those teams had their struggles last year, but it's usually one of the most competitive divisions in football. And then coming down south, the Jags, the Texans, the Colts, all pretty good at different points last year. So, yeah, I think, we saw it with Brady for all those years. Maybe it's just that stain that stays in my mind of the AFC East is just a cakewalk division for one or two teams. But you'd think that they'd be the favorites in the AFC. There's no reason they wouldn't be.
I mean, the AFC East is such a cakewalk. The coach of one of the teams is falling asleep at the combine. That shows you how much you need to know about that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn fell asleep, which, to be fair, I don't know how much 40-yard dashes are changing your view of draft picks, but you still can't fall asleep.
No, especially not if you're Aaron Glenn in that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a Liam Cohen or Vrabel-esque rookie season last year with the Jets, I don't think anyone would bat an eye. That's not a good look, though.
Not great. I'm trying to think about this. I think the only other team that could really compete in terms of just, and this is the fantasy football brain in me, being like a quarterback, running back, wide receiver trio. The Bills might have the best in the league now.
The best quarterback, running back, wide receiver trio?
Yeah, like when you just take the three best, obviously like the QB, the quarterback, the running back one, and the best wide receiver on each team. I mean, the first that comes to mind is the Bengals because they're always rent-free in my head. But with Burrow, Brown, and Chase, I can't really think of – I mean, maybe the Eagles can be up there with Hurts, Saquon, and A.J. Brown. But who knows if A.J. Brown's going to be there?
I mean, I would take that one.
Over Cook, Allen, and Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt's not here, so we don't have to, get into it too much. But, yeah.
Sure. I might take Dart, Scatabo, and Neighbors depending on how next year goes.
Hey, we'll see how that goes, but you might be within your right to do so.
Well, we did have another trade, and this one directly affects you more. Well, the Bills affects you, but this one was in division. David Montgomery. Interestingly enough, this will be the first time he leaves the Midwest since high school. Big move for him. He played high school football in Ohio, played college football in Iowa, spent the NFL in Michigan, and then
he was a Bear before
Wisconsin,
that.
Illinois. So yeah, now he goes to Houston.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, he's definitely going to enjoy the weather. It's a lot warmer down there. Houston is hot as heck, but he'll be playing in a dome. Not that that's any different than what was going on in Detroit, but they didn't have a good rushing attack last year at all. I mean, Woody Marks was serviceable, like surprisingly serviceable for being a rookie, like one of those late round picks that they were able to use a little bit. Nick Chubb just is not Nick Chubb anymore. RIP. All the Chubbs out there. But yeah, this is a good move for Monty. He's going to have a lot of work. It's the Texans. They're not going to be that good anyway.
Woody Marks is like that Madden creative player when you spend all of the attributes on like speed and agility and stuff, then you just leave the injury behind. And then every like 5 plays, he's Woody Marks injury, has to sit out, or you keep him in when he's injured. That was Woody Marks' season. Maybe this helps him now. You play him half with Montgomery because Joe Mixon, I guess, is just dead. And this move pretty much signifies like he's done, right?
Joe, I don't know why. Why do people keep bringing up Joe Mixon? Like he's gone. I don't. Like,
he's still under contract. He's still there.
Matt did it all season. He's bringing up Joe Mixon. Like, is he ever coming back? I got him on my fantasy bet. Like, no. I don't think at any point anybody expected him to come back.
But he'll have a whole offseason now. So, I mean, I think
we still have not heard a single word about him. Like this, we're almost going on 365 days without hearing a single thing about Joe Mixon. Never seen him in the media. Like, as far as I'm concerned, he's like done with the NFL. He's going like Derek Mason on us.
Trey, don't you dare mess up a Auburn Tiger.
Who's Derek Mason? How did I mess that up?
Derek Mason is somebody. There is a Derek Mason that – is he a coach at Auburn?
Irrelevant. All right.
Well, no, now I'm – Derek Mason was a wide receiver on the Ravens. All right.
Yeah, I definitely just got lucky with that. I don't think I'm familiar with his game.
Kind of just sounds like a name. I guess everything sounds like a name, but Derek Mason sounds like an athlete.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find.
It's a good move for them. No, I think everyone really sort of benefits here. I don't know how the Lions are going to respond as far as Gibbs goes and the rushing attack there. Is he going to get overworked? Is he going to get injured? Is he going to just pop off now that he's got the full reins? Should be really interesting to see what happens in Detroit. I think it, is a bigger move for them than it is for the Texans.
Yeah, I still don't really know. It's all going to depend on CJ Stroud for Houston. And for the Lions now, you can just let Jahmyr Gibbs absolutely cook. Although his yards per carry went down at the end of last year when they gave Montgomery like 5 carries a game for some reason.
It's something to monitor. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a bigger deal for them than it is for the Texans. Like the Texans get a good running back in Monty, and I've always been a fan of him. Short yardage situations, goal line. I mean, definitely excels there, but they're going to need to push the ball down the field some way, somehow. And I mean, we all watched what CJ Stroud did in the playoffs last year. If he's got that coming out again, the yips or whatever you want to call him, he's just bad. But if he's got that going on next year, they're going to have a hard time moving the football and be a stagnant offense again.
Yeah, I think this is the make or break year for Stroud. I still have confidence he can become he was an MVP candidate his rookie year. Like that doesn't just go away. There's got to be something in there that he can unlock.
Yeah, well, we saw with Jaden Daniels year 1, and then there was last year.
Injured. He was good when he played. I'm not doing this. Matt's not on the show today. We're not doing this.
Yeah, I got to stick up for Matt while he's not here.
Yeah, but Stroud, like, maybe he just needs to get little broed by a younger quarterback like he did to Caleb Williams, and that'll, like, fix the trajectory of his career. 2 wrongs equal a right, that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe that works out for him.
Kevin Durant has to call him a bad word on his burner account. That's he said some bad things about Jabari Smith, and Jabari had, like, the most efficient 30-point game ever. So maybe that's what needs to happen.
I was gonna say why would KD get involved? But I guess he is in Houston.
Yeah, he's been active on that. Kind of just got swept under the rug.
Bro, he's always been active.
Yeah, but he finally put the burners behind him, and then he was just active on his main. But then the burners came out again. He was in a group chat with Rockets fans on a burner account.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, like, did the burners ever really go away? I highly doubt it.
Maybe he was just less active on the burners. Gave him a break.
Made some new ones.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, he was definitely on, like, France basketball Twitter during that Olympic run.
Oh,
just
yeah.
causing chaos on the burner accounts.
Like Google translating curse words, copying and pasting them into his Twitter account.
You think Ubashele can guard Curry? What else did we have in the NFL? Oh, Kirk Cousins needs a new home.
Does he?
Well, that was my next question. Do you think he finds one?
No. I think what we've seen from him since the departure of Minnesota has been subpar and unserviceable. And I don't think he deserves another contract or really to play.
He needs to find whoever gave Tatum the experimental steroids and got him back from 10 months from that Achilles injury. If he can just, because he's clearly still hurt and maybe he's just too old, and that's the problem, but he can be there's so many bad quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
I want to see Kirk Cousins be a good one.
Well, that's the thing, is he is of the older generation, I think it's fair to say, where, like, you can stick him back there and he's going to be like a serviceable quarterback, but he's not making big plays for you. Like, you got to have a really nice cast around him, like good O-line, some good weapons. Like, I never saw him as the $40 million guy. I know people did when he was with the Redskins, but to me, Kirk Cousins has been one of those, like, masters at getting the bag and not doing shit for it. And there's plenty of those guys in the league.
He's been good. It's not like he's Deshaun Watson and gets the bag and then gets horny and then becomes bad. Like, he's been fine.
Deshaun Watson was worth the money. Kirk Cousins was not.
I don't know. I want to see him go back to Minnesota. I think that could be a fun team if he goes back.
I think that would be a good fit if he's able to coach up 9.
I think if he goes there, nine's done.
9 can't be done. O'Connell is not going to just toss that out the window.
I think he's the kind of coach that is willing to just move on.
I mean, we did see it with Darnold, but we saw it with Darnold for McCarthy.
I just don't think J.J. McCarthy. Like, everybody knew J.J. McCarthy wasn't that good.
They still took him in the first round, pretty high up there.
Yeah, and then the GM got fired. And they had to make up some story about how he went on paternity leave for too long.
You buy that?
I mean, maybe he was on paternity leave when he was evaluating McCarthy, and that was what led to the downfall.
That's why he's there.
Wouldn't surprise me. If the Giants didn't take him, I mean, you have to be a really dumb person to take J.J. McCarthy.
Well, they also had a higher pick and got Abdul Carter. That's the same draft.
No,
yeah?
This was the draft with Neighbors.
Oh.
We were streaming. I was absolutely terrified they were going to take J.J. McCarthy.
That was that was another one. Like, you guys, where'd you get him? At 5? 7?
Yeah, Joe Alt went 4, and then Neighbors went 5. This was 3 quarterbacks, and then I was scared to death the Giants were going to chase the 4th quarterback.
And then the
and
Falcons
the Vikings
ended
ended up
up.
doing it. And then the
I don't-
Falcons got the 5th. Quarterbacks were flying that year.
Where did they take McCarthy?
I think 6, right after the Giants did.
Jeez.
He didn't throw at Michigan. He had a terrible combine. And then everyone was still like, yeah, we want to draft him in the top 10. Doesn't make any sense.
He's a winner.
Harbaugh was the winner, and everybody knew that.
Everyone did know that. I mean, Blake Corum was the engine that ran that offense, not McCarthy.
Yeah, sure as hell wasn't the coaching staff besides Harbaugh. That whole thing went to
Absolutely imploded.
All right. Over under 10.5 games started for Kirk Cousins before he retires.
The rest of his career?
Rest of his career.
See, I'm debating, is he the kind of guy that's got that Rivers, that Flacco,
See, I don't think so because of
That-
the Achilles.
that fight in him to come back and play longer? I don't think so. I'm going to go with no. Under 10.5 for sure.
I'm taking the over. I think he gets 12 more starts. He'll somehow get like 7 this year. And then the next 2 years, he'll figure out how to get 5.
I think he's lucky if he can get 5 to 6 more starts.
Maybe. I don't know. He just seems like in week 17, 2029, we're going to see him strap it up for like the Panthers.
You
And a
really
must-win
believe that?
Yeah, like a must-win game. Bryce Young goes down. Andy Dalton is no more. And they have like a Will Howard backing up after he doesn't pan out. And they're like, let's call in Kirk. What's Kirk doing? And he strolls out of church on a Sunday, laces him up, loses the game, and then rides off into the sunset.
That's what I'm saying. You got 5 games at most, 6. Like that, I think 5.5 would have been a tougher line. 6.5 would have been a tougher line. I'm definitely taking the under on 10.
Yeah, maybe it was a little bit of a high line. I have faith in Kirk Cousins. He's going to get it done.
I do not share that belief.
Well, Kirk Cousins' former teammate, I think, for a year, Aaron Jones, also cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played together, right?
No.
They didn't play together?
I don't think so.
I thought they overlapped that 1 year. Let's see. How long is Aaron Jones only been in Minnesota for a year?
2.
Okay, yeah, so Kirk was there 2 years ago, right?
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought no. This was Kirk's second year in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So Aaron Jones was there in 2024. Was Kirk there in 2023?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, either way, Aaron Jones is now a free agent.
I've always liked Aaron Jones. I feel like he's a guy that's going to have a tough time finding the right spot for him. Even when he got signed by Minnesota, I was like, not sure how I feel about that one.
He would have been perfect in Green Bay last year. They really needed someone with Jacobs, especially with Jacobs' fumbling problems and injuries. And I know Emmanuel Wilson had his moment, but I wish that offense could have had the wishbone with Malik Willis, Josh Jacobs, and Aaron Jones. They still can if you go re-sign Malik Willis.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy that should be garnering some interest this offseason. You think he signed somewhere?
He's going to be the number 1 quarterback, probably.
On the free agency market?
Yeah.
Who do you think pulls the trigger?
Who needs a quarterback? I mean, probably half the league, but
Arizona.
oh, I hope for his sake he doesn't go to Arizona. I think they're content with Brissett until next year. Next year's quarterback class looks pretty fun.
How about
The
the Jets?
The Jets seem like the most likely, which is probably worse than Arizona for his sake.
Malik Willis or Anthony Richardson?
Of who I would take?
Yeah.
Malik Willis.
Easy.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson sucks. He's the same thing as JJ McCarthy, except he didn't win in college and just got all the hype.
Thinking about JJ McCarthy and Anthony Richardson, I'm not
Well,
seeing
they're completely
they're the
different.
same thing. But
Obviously, they have different play styles. They look very different, but in terms of hype out of the draft for no reason, people just liked Anthony Richardson because he could throw the ball 80 yards. He wasn't good in college. He could run. They're like, oh, we could turn this guy into something. JJ McCarthy, I guess they're the exact opposites. This would be a better way to put it. They're exact opposites, but they had the same amount of hype coming out of college. McCarthy was just that winner that didn't really have any physical tools, and Richardson was that raw prospect that never won. So if you put them together, that's a great prospect, but they each had a huge flaw. And the NFL just said, hey, we don't care about that. We can fix them. Turns out you can't fix them.
Yeah, I mean that's I guess that's the vanity of some of these coaches, eh?
Yeah, they all suck.
Not Liam.
Not Liam. There's a few that don't, and that's why we see the same few in the playoffs every year. I think we just broke down the entire NFL.
There you go.
Think the Chiefs make it back next year?
Yes. To the playoffs, yes. To the Super Bowl, no.
Okay, yeah, I was going Super Bowl. The Chiefs in the playoffs are synonymous. If they miss the playoffs 2 years in a row, that's there's got to be riots in Kansas City.
Look, even the Pats had a couple down years while Brady was on the team.
Not
Injuries.
Really,
he got injured that one year.
they still made the playoffs.
Was it the year after?
I don't think he ever missed it.
No, what year did the Pats miss the playoffs? 08. Matt Castle.
No, they made the playoffs that year.
They make the playoffs that year? They went 11-5 and missed the playoffs?
Okay, well,
You catch that?
11-5 and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, something like that. Double-digit wins and missed the playoffs. Brutal.
Brutal. Well, if they had the expanded playoff, they probably would have been in.
Trying to think.
What, your 2008 NFL standings?
Yeah, right. That was probably a Phillip Rivers team that had 11 or 12 regular season wins that lost first round of the playoffs.
That might have been the year Phillip made it all the way to the AFC title with the torn ACL. 2 torn ACLs?
Oh, stop.
Right? I'm pretty sure that's how it went down.
Yeah, and it was actually 30 minutes after he saved a whole bunch of kids from a burning children's hospital. Shut up, Ryan.
It was the Titans won this. Wow, how times have changed. The Titans won the South. The Steelers won the North. The Dolphins won the East, and the Chargers won the West. Colts and Ravens as wild cards. Giants lost to the Eagles as the 1 seed. It was the year Plaxico shot himself.
Sorry, shouldn't be laughing at that.
Started 4-0, and then he went to a club and shot himself in the foot. Still got the 1 seed, but weren't there for the playoffs.
I don't want to say it's funny, but I do.
Retroactively, it's pretty funny. If they didn't win the Super Bowl the year before, it would have been much more sad.
Yeah, I remember that. That was actually really funny.
All right. Speaking of the Giants, Daniel Jones got tagged.
Speaking of the Giants, speaking of the Colts.
Oh, a former Giant.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good move for them. I struggled to believe it while I was seeing it last year, but they were 7, 8, 9-1, 8-1 with Daniel Jones last year. So got to give him some credit, got to give them some credit, and makes sense why they're going to keep him around this year.
Again, the Achilles is always so tough, though. But
well, that's the thing. Is when do you actually think he's going to start this year? Is he going to be back for the beginning of the season? I would find that hard to believe.
Did you get hurt in November?
It was, week 10 to, about week 10 or something like that.
All right. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So that gives him like 11 months, maybe. He should
It's
be
enough
back
time.
fairly early.
Yeah.
Again, just find Jason Tatum's steroid plug, and he'll be fine.
He's making his debut today as you guys are listening to this.
Unreal. Celtics are going to win it all again.
Maybe.
I don't know what's going on with Jalen Williams and the Thunder, but NBA is weird. We haven't done any NBA on this show. I mean, rightfully so. They don't deserve our time, but weird season in the NBA. What are you smirking at? It's a podcast, Jack. You have to talk. You can't just make facial expressions.
I don't have much to say on the NBA right now, quite honestly. Sort of waiting for the last 5 to 10 games before, and more like 5 to 6, 5 to 7 games before the play-in. That's when it starts to get spicy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start covering it after March Madness, which will be like second round of the playoffs. So
yeah,
that's when the season starts in the NBA. Other news here: Breece Hall has been sentenced to hell. The Jets franchise tagged him. I feel so bad for him.
Do you?
Yeah, he won it out last year. He tweeted the sad face after they traded everyone but him. He clearly wants a contract. They won't give that to him, so he just has to play on a tag and risk tearing everything on that Jet Life turf.
I mean,
on a bad team.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's making good money on the tag this year. For some reason, they don't want to give him the rock as much as they should with all the other guys they like to use back there. So
don't think Isaiah Davis is a top 10 running back in the league?
No, I don't. Him or that Braylon Allen kid, who I do think is good, but like Breece Hall is one of them. He's one of them ones. Like he's, by my standards, probably. I mean, I don't want to be like blasphemous or anything, but probably like a borderline top 10 running back in the league as far as talent goes, and just has not been able to show it and capitalize on it.
I don't think that's blasphemous at all. I think he deserves better. Everyone on the Jets deserves better, but he deserves much better.
Yeah, I think as far as the talent goes, there's not too many guys that would take over him. But you're right; he's being sentenced to purgatory another year.
No, it's not purgatory. It's hell. I mean, of course, he's in the NFL. Like it's all relative, but relative to the NFL and playing professional football, I mean, the USFL, no, the UFL is probably the 6th level of hell. The New York Jets are like the 5th.
That's fair.
Then the 7th would be like the CFL.
Whoever Hugh Freeze is coaching.
Or that, yeah. He needs to stay away. I don't think he'll get hired again. I hope not.
He seemed like one of those coaches that spent more time on the golf course than in the film room.
I think that's confirmed. He did spend more time on the golf course than in the film room.
Yeah, you can't win games like that.
Nope. You cannot. I could definitely see him being an offensive assistant for like the Browns in 2 years, now that I think about it.
Really?
Something the Browns would do. I feel like him and Deshaun Watson would get along pretty well.
See, I'm thinking more Bill O'Brien, like go be like Boston College's OC for a year kind of thing. I think him and Billy O would get along well together.
Maybe. Send him to the Air Force Academy. Run that triple
Wherever, dude. Just not the planes.
Yeah. Rough couple of years. Well, not couple. Rough year for Auburn sports. Other players that didn't get tagged, Trey Hendrickson and Kenneth Walker. The GM drunkenly said at the parade he wanted to pay Kenneth Walker, and they did not pay Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. I mean, we all kind of knew that was coming, though. Especially, winning Super Bowl MVP, you got all this hype around you.
Fraudulent MVP, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Jason Myers MVP.
Yeah, you and your kicker. We know you wanted the kicker to win Super Bowl MVP. But no, this is what we expected. He got all this hype. You know, that price tag is as high as it could possibly be for Kenneth Walker right now. And at the end of the day, no one really wants to pay that for a running back. And they've got a lot of other young studs that they're going to have to pay. So this just makes sense for them.
If they don't re-sign their Super Bowl MVP, the Pacific Northwest is never winning a championship again.
Don't do this, Brian. Don't do this. We just got done with it. We just got done with it. Matt wouldn't let this happen. I'm not gonna let you do this without Matt on the show. We're gonna have to deliberate on that one. So save it for next week.
They still have time to re-sign him, but I'm just preemptively putting it out there.
You're not putting it out there. It's not out there. It's not out there until Matt and I have confirmed that it's out there.
All right. It's on the bubble.
You don't have our blessing yet.
It's on the bubble. Needs a couple quad one wins to get into the take tournament.
Just needs one quad one win. Just needs one. You play one decent team and you show you can compete with them, you're in.
Got to beat the hard hats in the student section. See what happens. Trey Hendrickson, where does he go?
Where does he go is a tough question to answer, but he is going. That's for sure. Somebody's going to sign him. Somebody's going to be very excited to sign him. I mean, that's a guy who, like a TJ Watt, is just psycho and relentless with the pressure. And I think any team is going to be honestly stoked to have him aboard.
I think he's going to go to Washington.
That would make sense.
Trade some Skyline chili for some chili dogs.
You think that's enough?
Chili in the family. I think it's enough. When you live there for that long, you need to go somewhere that's going to satisfy your appetite for some chili on spaghetti. I feel like Washington has a cuisine that can do that.
I'm with you. I agree with that.
Do you agree with the logic or just the fit?
The fit. I don't care about your chili, Brian.
I had to make sure because you agreed very quickly.
No, I like Washington. I think that would be a good fit for him. I mean, I know my Jags need some pass rush help, but we've got a lot of guys. I don't really know what the plan is there. I mean, look, there's a million teams Every team needs pass rush help, right? That's a premium position in this league. So I don't know what to tell you. He could go really anywhere, help him improve. I think any team would be excited to have him.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely not your Giants because you guys spend a top 5 pick on a pass rusher every year, it seems like.
They won't this year. I really hope not.
And then you go trade 2 first-round picks for another one. So, like, I'm not like mad, right? I'm not saying it's stupid. Brian Burns is incredible, but yeah, let's get Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, like, you know.
They got enough. They're trying to.
You got enough now?
Great days. Yeah, they got to save some money for Devin Lloyd. You took the first shot.
Yeah, that's a sensitive subject too right now. We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
All right, you want to get into Michael?
Well, last one is Trent McDuffie to the Rams.
Oh yeah, this did happen. The Rams hate first round picks. They don't like drafting. That's why Sean McVay didn't show up to the combine. He should have just fallen asleep next to Aaron Glenn to help his guy out.
Pose with him.
Yeah.
It's like, look, even Sean McVay falls asleep at the combine, guys. Like, Sean McVay is the gold standard. So whatever he does kind of goes. I don't think anybody really questions him.
Do you think the Rams hate first-round picks more than Breece Hall hates the Jets?
No, Breece Hall hates the Jets more.
Do the Rams hate first-round picks more than Brady Tkachuk hates Canada?
No, Brady Tkachuk hates Canada more.
Do the Rams hate first-round picks more than Connor McDavid hates Matthew Tkachuk?
Did you see his face at the end of that gold medal game? No shot.
Do the Rams hate first-round picks more than Aaron Judge hates motivational speaking?
That's a great question. I don't know how Aaron Judge feels about motivational speaking.
You didn't see that video?
I did not.
Made me want to run through a pillow.
Made you want to run through a pillow.
I tried to find the opposite of a brick wall, and I landed on pillow.
So what? It was just a soft speech?
It looked like, when your teacher prepares you for a test, and he's like, "You guys got this. You'll do fine. It'll be an easy test." That's what Aaron Judge basically said to Team USA before going to war in the World Baseball Classic.
Bring back Max.
Just get rid of Aaron Judge. He's gonna suck too. He's not a good postseason guy. I'm not looking forward to watching Aaron Judge in the World
No.
Baseball Classic.
I disagree. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Aaron Judge is a phenomenal baseball player, and that's what he's there for, not to give motivational speeches.
He's the captain.
So bring in Terry Francona or some old coach who actually has a little bit of fire in his belly and can give a speech.
They should have let Cal Raleigh be the captain. Big dumper doing a speech. You kidding me?
I wouldn't argue that. I mean, even Bryce would give a good speech.
Oh yeah, Bryce would have been great. He's pissed off at the world now too. GM called him mediocre.
It's just silly.
Yeah, I think Team USA plays today as you guys are listening to this. So we'll see how well Aaron Judge does. Just Noah McClain, please do not mess up anything in your oboe. It's going to kill me. They slated, and we don't have to get into a baseball, but he's supposed to, if they make it to the championship game, Noah McClain's the starting pitcher. You know how terrifying that is for me?
Why?
They're going to have him throw 85 pitch. I think it's an 85 pitch limit. He's going to throw all 85 pitches because he's going to be great. He's a great pitcher. And every single one of those 85 pitches, I'm just going to be sitting there praying he doesn't get injured.
And I'll be praying that the U.S. wins.
Yeah, I'll be doing that too, but I really don't want to see Noah McClain. The Mets rotation is not good enough for Noah McClain to go down.
No, I totally understand that. Yep. You got your own personal interests to care about more than the greater good.
Trent McDuffie. Yeah, no, this is a big move for the Rams. I forgot where we started this conversation.
Back on track. No, the Rams hate first round picks. I mean, they have a really good, solid team at a lot of good position players at a lot of different positions. If I'm Sean McVay, if I'm the Rams front office, it's Super Bowl or bust. I think they know that. I think we all know that. Let's go get a premier corner one lockdown corner instead of taking a rookie in the drafts. I mean, it makes perfect sense as to what they're doing, what they did, and the execution of it. I think this is going to work out great for them.
Yeah, I think I might put in the bet for Bills, and this is definitely me overreacting to the first couple moves of the NFL offseason, but Bills Rams just feels right for the Super Bowl next year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Bills Rams or Jags Rams. Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw a Jags Rams in there.
Yeah.
Throw a little dollar on it. Why not?
Throw two.
What year did the Jags get erected?
Say that one more time.
What year did the Jags become a franchise?
97? 96?
I'll throw $1.90. I guess I need to be $19.97. We'll see. We'll go to the drawing board on that one.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, 1996. Yeah, how about it?
All right, that's the NFL. Let's do some Michael.
Well, the NFL's not over yet.
Is your Michael of the week NFL?
It is.
Should have known.
And we started talking about it, but I didn't want to get into it too much. My Michael of the week is going to be the fact that the Jags didn't tag anyone. And I'm pretty shocked. All things considered, with Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne both being, some pretty premier free agents, I'm surprised we weren't able to tag one of them.
James Gladstone's sick of being called a kid. He doesn't want to play tag. Didn't like that one.
I didn't love that one. He's got some stones, man. I don't think anybody is accusing him of being a kid or, I mean, maybe by his looks, but not by the moves. That's for sure. You know, you come in and you make that big impact deal and get Travis Hunter. I don't think anybody's thinking that he's scared to make moves. That's for sure.
It's definitely one of my more forced one-liners I've had on this show. It's been a while since I've tried one out. I guess I had the Jordan one a couple shows last show. Yeah, I mean, it feels like the Jags have fun young running backs, and they're okay with letting ETN go. And we all know how much running backs are valued. I mean, it feels like they do a Zoom call every offseason talking about how they can make their value more. Lloyd is kind of surprising just because is he a captain? I feel like he should be.
I don't think he is. No,
NFL teams have like 6 captains now.
I mean, defensively, it's definitely Josh. It's definitely Foye. I think those would be our 2 captains. What, we have like 3 on defense? I mean, they got like – no, I think those would be our 2 captains on defense.
Yeah, I guess this kind of feels like the Bucs when they had Levante David and Devin White, and they're just keeping Foye, which is their Levante David, kind of letting Devin White do his thing. And it worked out for the Bucs. I mean, Devin White kind of crashed and burned.
Yeah. I mean, I don't expect Devin Lloyd to crash and burn. He's a phenomenal football player.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I would love the Giants to get him, especially because they're getting rid of Bobby Okereke. He still can't pronounce his name. He's been on the team for like 3 years.
You did it perfectly until you hung on to whatever that weird little bit at the end was.
I think I tried to roll my R.
No need.
Yeah, it feels a little weird that they wouldn't. But maybe they just want to sign into a long-term deal, and maybe they communicate.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful of that. We're in a pretty terrible position with the cap, but we'll see what they're able to do.
I trust the Jags to get it done. I think they're a well-run organization, and they're going in the right direction.
I believe that that's true right now. I wouldn't have believed that a few years ago, but I believe that's true right now.
Yeah, I'm going to implore you to take the mindset I take with the Mets, where I'm just going to blindly trust their front office and even the moves I don't really agree with. Just going to trust it and hope it works out. And I think that's where you can be with the Jags, where they have smart people in place and they'll do the right thing most of the time.
Yeah, I've seen one move so far. We re-signed one of our free agents, a backup tight end. I think it was Quentin Morris, and just re-signed him to like a $3 million like 1-year deal, which is exactly what I was thinking we would do. And I'm excited for that one. I mean, he was not a guy that's showing up on fantasy football, red zone and all that, but he blocked his butt off for us and made a couple of nice catches in the passing game as well. But he was pretty essential in the run game and pass protection. So I think that that's a good start to the Jags offseason, and I'm excited to see what else happens.
Quentin Morris sounds like a great glue guy. Just a good guy to have in the locker room. He's going to make the right blocks. Going to be like I'm sure he hosts barbecues at his house in the offseason.
He loves his mom.
Loves his mom. Has a great group of friends surrounding him. Good guy. Everyone loves going over to Quentin's house.
It's a real class act.
Shout out Quentin Morris. Does he have social media? Maybe we'll try to get him on the show. Celebrate his $3 million contract.
Okay, maybe. We'll try to do that.
All right, Quentin, have your people reach out to our people.
On people.
All right, my Michael of the week, I will go to football. Are you a fan of Ted Lasso? Have you watched Ted Lasso?
I am a Jason Sudeikis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Jason Sudeikis fan for sure, but I'm not an Apple TV guy, so I have not watched.
They have a character on there, Danny Rodriguez. He's Colombian, I believe he is in the show, and he just kind of runs around and goes, "Football is life," and he's like a very happy-go-lucky player on the team.
Sure.
He tried out for an actual soccer team this offseason. His real name is Cristo Fernandez, and he played 30 minutes recently in a preseason match with El Paso of the USL.
Dang.
He's trying to go from the fictional soccer screen to the professional soccer screen. He apparently used to play soccer, and then he had a knee injury. So I guess he took up acting after that, and he did a good job acting. I think he won Golden Globe or some kind of award for supporting actor. I mean, everyone in that show did, but he's giving it a go at 35 years old.
Wow. Wait, so USL, is that like the second league after the MLS or something?
Yeah, I think it's like, so we don't have a pyramid, but I like how the championship is to the Premier League. I think the USL is to the MLS. But you can't get relegated. So it's not the same as the English football pyramid where like the bottom of the Premier League gets relegated to the championship.
Right.
It's essentially AAA, but not.
Right. It's like a minor league.
Yeah, but it's not. I guess it's more like the USF. I just got this wrong. The UFL for the NFL. Like it's the minors, but it's not affiliated.
Right.
But he's giving it a go.
That's pretty awesome. Good for him.
I am concerned if this means he's not in the new season because I do like him a lot as a character in Ted Lasso.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What are they going to bring in somebody else? What if they bring in Neymar?
I don't think Neymar can he speak English well?
I have no idea.
I think he can speak English enough, but not enough to act.
Tough.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get like Matthew Tkachuk Matthew Tkachuk to play it.
That'd be a cool spin. Get you in the writer's room. Let's get a hockey player that has to come over and play soccer.
Aaron Judge. Hey, just ideas.
Hunter Hallebuck, new goalie.
Oh, I like it.
Get him to stop a Canadian striker. Be a great episode.
Hey, let's get progressive. Why don't we get Sabalenka in there? You ever seen She's the Man? Amanda Bynes?
Is Amanda Bynes alive?
Get it twirling.
See, we haven't seen Sabalenka kick though.
Don't worry about it.
I guess we haven't seen Tkachuk. Well, no, hockey they sometimes kick it, right?
They do.
Yeah, so we've seen him kick. I'm sure he could kick.
Dude's an athlete. I'm sure he's capable.
Yeah. Let's get Breece Hall. Just send him to Ted Lasso. Get him off the Jets.
There you go. That's much better career opportunity there than where he currently is playing in Jersey.
Yeah, maybe Cristo can give up his soccer dream, go play football. And they could just switch bodies for a day. Do a little Freaky Friday.
Look at all these early 2000 movie references we got going on.
I think that's where we call it.
For sure.
Thank you everybody for watching. Next week it's almost March Madness time. It's going to be heavily college basketball. Hopefully the Auburn Tigers have earned a win in Tuscaloosa by the time we see you guys next. And we need a couple in Nashville to maybe get a bid because the bubble is disgusting.
Yeah. Well, War Eagle, beat Bama. Catch you guys at 250.
I'm going to have to get some balloons.